Good morning, everyone. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's Saturday. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're here for our Yoga Basics Live here on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate everybody who is following us, everybody who's subscribing to us, everybody who is practicing. That is the name of the game. Practicing being present, practicing that pause, practicing connecting. So welcome. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be sharing breath, movement, thought in ways that hopefully help you find a good practice for yourself this morning. So feel free to make a comment and let me know that you're here, and I will shout back out to say hello. That will just let me be aware of who's in the room and what we need. This morning, I'm really feeling the need to just go with the flow and move a bit, think a little less, getting down to the basics. So my thing with teaching basics yoga, or yoga basics as I have dubbed it over the last few years, is can I help coach, guide through the rudimentary, fundamental, hey Casey, rudimentary fundamentals, and what are the depths of the fundamentals to help us connect with ourselves. So root fundamentals of standing, root fundamentals of sitting, kneeling, reclining, keeping them simple, but bringing our mind and attention into it. All right. Feel free to pop in there and let me know if you have any requests. I am being brought to you this morning by, hey, Kira. Oh, thank you, Kira, for reminding me of that. Boom. You guys are noticing a new background? I want to thank Laurel, who's one of our Just Be Yoga supporters and friends. She gave that to us, earlier this year. I don't know. She's going to have to correct me. I thought it was a little loud for the studio and I didn't know where to put it, but it ends up that it's getting to represent right here. So we're feeling all of our unifying love, all of that tie-dye, all of that burst of energy. Okay, so we're going to get started today. We're going to start standing, and I'm also going to try to play a little bit of music. Feel free to also let me know if that's a little too loud for you and you can't hear me. Do what feels best for you. Make sure you have a block, a strap, or a belt, and we're going to get moving. I think I was starting to say that today I've got remote production by Uno Deuce Multimedia, and so if you guys need a little bit of help with your video stuff, I cannot recommend Paul and his team any better. So I'm a lot more hands-free today, so I can, do what I'm doing. Except what I was doing. I had something saved and then it stopped. So there you go. There you go for Belinda being fancy schnazzy. All righty. So here we go. Let's come on up to. All right. Let's come to standing. Feel your feet, feel your legs. Try not to lock your knees back. Lift through the chest. Let's start with a few gentle shoulder rotations. We're just here to move and breathe and connect with what that feels like. What needs to move. What parts of us have not had our attention lately? Change direction. See if you can let your tummy relax. And then let's lengthen upward, reaching up through the arms. And then exhale, let's forward fold. Feel free here to alternate bending your left knee and right. Letting your head go. Slowly roll the spine up. Whoa, feel the parts of you that are saying thank you, the parts of you that are saying slow down. And let's breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, taking it forward. Feel free to grab opposite elbows here. Maybe rock forward and back into the fronts of your feet, backs of your heels, feeling your weight shifting. Check in with your jaw, your voice, your throat. Maybe make a sound. We'll release those arms and gradually make our way back upright. Move at your pace. Empower yourselves with giving yourself that permission. And then let's lengthen upward. If you can or want to, you could interlace. And a gentle side bend. Don't go too far. Notice when you're pushing, when you're forcing something. Breathing in, face is soft. Exhale, gently making our way over to the other side. What are we touching? What are we getting to know? Breath in. How about we twist? Feeling twisting literally in our bodies. Knowing that our thoughts and our emotions have definitely been twisted lately. And we'll come on back to the other side. Maybe practice a smile for no other reason other than to feel the smile. We'll twist on the other side. Breath in. Breath out. Coming on back to center. I'm going to bring the arms out in front. Scoop the tailbone under and just press around the spine. Coming back upright, nice and straight with the back. Letting the hands go. If you want to grab a strap or a belt, feel free. Knees soft. We'll just lift the arms. Feel where they want to move. Oh, we could work the neck here. Celebrate. Celebrate the vibrancy within you. Change direction. Try not to just use your yoga practice as a way to identify things that we think are wrong, flaws or blemishes. Let's use it to also put that spotlight on those beautiful, wonderful bits. We'll lift the wrist to whatever degree. Maybe lift the chest. We don't have to. And then we'll bring that upper body up and over. Now, if you soften the knees, you'll soften into this experience. Breathe into the mid-chest, mid-back, back of the neck. Let those arms go. And then we'll lift the chest up. I'm going to go ahead and grab a block here. Oh, I see I'm being joined by my Black Panther kitty. Her name is Puma. All right, we're going to take our hands and bring them to the block. Root into the left arm and revolve it open to the right. Maybe rock forward and back. Turn your neck back and forth. What wants to move inside of us, explore. And then we'll release, bring the other hand down. Revolving, no strain. Turning the neck back and forth. And then bring both hands down. Soften the knees. We'll do a few gentle cat and cows right here. Lifting, feel your neck. Feel your back, rocking the tailbone under. Oh, say hello to your breath. Good. I'm going to bring my weight back into my heels. You could rest your hands on your knees if you like. Maybe you start to bring your hands up to prayer for your chair. I did not mean to rhyme. Breath in. Now, if your feet are apart, knees are apart. If your feet are together, knees are together. Containing, holding, conducting, not enduring. Feel the exchange of energy with yourself in the air. Good. Well, come on up to standing. I'm going to move my block aside. Take our time as we step the left foot back. You can take as many steps as you like. Feel that back foot flat. Bending in that right knee. Pulling this left hip forward, but don't force anything. So if it ends up stopping and it doesn't want to aim forward, let it stop. And be okay that that's where I am today. That's where I am today. I'm still an awesome human being. And I'm just going to conduct all of the strong bits, all of the stable bits, and work with that together. That's my mix. That's what I got today. Breath in, I'm going to lift, shoulders are soft, expand. This is my expression of reaching. And then lengthen it forward. Now, if you want, you could use a block here to bring the left hand to the block. Maybe your hand comes to the floor easily. Once we've come forward here, we may find out that, I've got a little smush, right, and my guts up against my leg. If you want to widen that stance, that might make a little bit more room, a little less smush. Yoga, make space in your yoga. Left hand down, and we'll revolve. Breath in, breath out. We'll bring that hand down. Step your back leg up, and you might want to take a few steps. So it can be a gradual stepping. Maybe you want to see, hey, can I bring that leg up in one solid piece? Let's breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, let it go. Greet this space anew. We've never, ever been here before. Maybe rock into the left leg and the right. You can go with the beat. Feel all the bits of you that are shifting, adjusting, navigating. Rolling the spine up. Patient. You don't have to keep up with me. Start to make your own rhythm, your own pace. You're here to connect with you. We're going to step the other leg back. Settle in. I'm going to widen it out for myself on this side. Baby toe edge. Ooh, I'm feeling that in the front of that thigh. I got to swim yesterday, so the kicking, I'm feeling that work. Hips. Chest. Maybe we're still practicing that smile. Yeah. And then we'll lift, breath in. Take it forward. Working out your smoosh bits. We'll bring our left hand down. For me today, I'm really working on, when I come forward, notice here how I start to unbend. I'm really working on my own practice of, can I keep that knee over the heel? And revolve. Check in. Do you want to use a block? Do you need it? Have you never tried it? What's the depth of breath we can explore? What parts of us are we touching with love right now? And we'll bring that hand down. Let's go ahead and bring the back knee down. We'll step that left leg back. And let's explore a child's pose. I'm going to back it up, coming toward the back of my mat. My knees are wide, letting the chest fall down. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, let's reach the arms out in front of us. Spread the fingers wide. Bring your awareness. What's moving in my hands? What's moving in between each finger? Do I know how to call all of the little bits inside of me to help me out? We'll breathe in and come forward to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, butt goes up, head goes down for down dog. Now those knees, if you'll notice here, I've got my knees nice and soft. It's a great little basic space. Lengthening in the spine first. Pushing down and forward through the arms. Maybe just shift that back and forth a little bit. Asking yourself what needs to engage and what can let go. I'm going to bring one knee down. Step the other leg up. Now you might need to grab it and help it up there. Maybe use your block. We're going to come back up to standing. So we're going to tuck the back toes. Bring that back leg up. Ooh, did we feel that leg, that standing leg pull us up? Thank it for its strength. Breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, let everything go. Deep breath here. Bending our knees, sinking the butt back. Let's find that chair. Whatever chair works for us. Practice that smile. Maybe work the neck. Our legs don't need all of our attention. Maybe let's work the hips side to side. How sassy can we get? Just waking up the hips, waking up the body. I know, so there's some folks who may be watching this going, hey, is that legal yoga? Hey, you were working in your body. You're moving in your body. That's legal. Give yourself permission. We'll come all the way up. Let's reach. Gentle side bend. Let that smile come all the way down into you. And then let's lift it up. Do a little flourish if you want. Exhale it over. Do you notice how you're moving in your body? How is it reflecting how you're feeling or how you want to feel? Breathe in and lift. You can close those eyes. The only thing you need to see is that inner landscape. And then let's take it forward. Hands to the floor or your block. Don't worry. Take your time. Get it in place. Right hand is down. We'll twist. That left hand could come to your hip. You could give yourself permission to not go to the max today. You got nothing to prove. We just want to feel a nice, easy space. Treat your body. Treat yourselves. And then we'll release and find the other side. Feel that left arm and both legs. Are we standing in them? Do we trust that we can stand in them? What parts of us are being expressed right here? Don't forget that smile. And you ain't got to smile. I'm not a dictator in any sort of way. So go ahead and invite your inner frown if that's your jam. And release. I'm going to set my block aside. Rolling the spine up, coming up to standing. Lengthen up, breath in. Shoulders deliberately down. Hands to prayer. Gonna step that left leg back again. Take as many steps as you need. Hips. Hands either to your low back, or you could find an interlace. Choose, feel it out, play. Open the chest, take your gaze to the ceiling, sink in your hips. Breath in. Exhale, come forward. You can let those arms go whenever you're ready. Bringing that left hand down. Feel that arm, feel your legs. Twist your chest. Breath in. Breath out. Push your legs into the floor. Feel yourself standing in them. Don't forget them. Ask them for help. And then we'll bring both hands down. Step the back leg up. rolling the spine up. Maybe giving yourself a nice little tender touch all the way up. Breath in. Hands to prayer, other side. We'll step the other leg back. Back foot is flat. Left knee is bending. Oh, feeling out these hips. Find whatever clasp you want. Now, if you threaded your fingers the last time, change the threading. And then we'll lift the wrists maybe, or maybe just give your hands support at your back. Try to grow tall through the belly, chest lifts, sink in the legs. Feel abundance opening in our bodies. And then we'll bring the chest forward, right hand down, twisting it open. Check in right now. What's applying pressure downward to be your support? Where can I feel that breath? And then I'll bring both hands down, back knee down, step or help that back leg back. Let's find our hands and knees plank. I know that's exactly what you were thinking. Yes, that's what I wanted, right? All right, breath in. Lean the chest long forward. Elbows pinning against your ribs, lower down. Don't hold your breath, don't hold your breath, don't hold your breath. Good. Let's see what happens if we try to take it right back up. Good. Okay, now's a good time for that smile. Better than the grimace. Breath in. Exhale. Lean the chest forward. Lead with your heart always. Letting yourself arrive in your ground, your earth, your stability. Breath in. Offer the heart. Keep the hips down. Don't want it more than your body will let it in. Exhale, lower. Pressing our way up to hands and knees. Come on back for your child's pose. Knees wide. Sinking your butt back. Explore the length in the front of your chest. What have we touched? What has moved? What emotions have we touched? What have we moved? Let's come on up to hands and knees. Try to see if you can be in the middle of your mat. I'm walking my knees back so that they're underneath of my hip bones. Wrists underneath of my shoulder joint. We're going to reach that left leg back, plant the toes down. Now squeeze. See if you can squeeze all of the muscles in this thigh. Hug it around the bones. Push that left heel back. And we'll feel what we feel. Now, when we push that back, we can lean the whole body back. See if you can just push the heel back while pulling the spine long. We're going to spin that foot flat, placing it down behind the right toes. Might need to walk this right hand in a little bit closer to your right knee. Now, before we lift the left hand, thrust your hips forward, gluing that foot down behind you. Glue that left foot down. And then maybe slowly, carefully bring that left hand to your hip, turning the chest open. There's that smile again. Maybe not. It could look like, whoa. That's okay. Inner smile. We don't have to take this so seriously. We're here to touch spaces and make space. Tight emotions, tight intentions. There's no space in that. If you're feeling stable enough to try, Not perfect, try. We'll reach that left arm up. Maybe stretch it out. All right, so I'm going to bring this left hand to my hip. I'm going to invite what I tend to call in the studio an LOL or a WTF moment, all right? So we just, the inner kid, inner play. I'm a great big kid. Maybe play with lifting that left leg. And you know what it might look like, okay? But play. If you want, just play. Notice what's in your way of that. We can bring it down and up if you're playing with it. What's in the way? What does Belinda mean when she says, what's in the way? Is it my mind that's in the way? Is it some obstructive thought? What is the thought? What are the things I'm saying to myself? Whose voice is that? And if there's a part that's going, yay, whose voice is that? Does it want to come out and play a lot? Do we let it come out and play often? Now bring this left hand down. Bring the left knee down. I'm going to sink back to child's pose, but I'm going to invite us to turn the palms up, and then I'll sink the butt back. Breath in, breath out. Good. We're going to come up to standing on the knees, and I just want to work the wrists for the pressure that we may have put into it in that side plank that we just did. Maybe work the shoulders too. Just back and forth, changing directions. Recognizing when we need a pause for some equilibrium. All right, I'm going to get ready for the other side. I am going to turn so that you can see the other side. And then we'll come down to our hands and knees. Look at your stacking. So why do I talk about the stacking? It's just to put an even amount of body weight over the joints. That's all. Not to put any undue pressure. Doesn't mean that the joints can't sustain them, because our bodies move in all kinds of ways in our lifetime. But do they want to sustain an imbalance? And can we start to detect that imbalance? And that's going to help us carry ourselves with better ease and more equilibrium, working a good balance of muscles throughout our day, rather than kind of dumping ourselves over and then creating a chronic imbalance that later results in my back's always pulled, or this hip is always jacked, okay? I'm going to lengthen the right leg back. What's free? Our yoga creates space. Where's tension? Tension is a non-free space. Feel the container of this physical body showing you its strength and its poise, its fluidity, its fire. Bringing the toes down, pushing back. Try not to lean the chest back. We're just going to push the heel back and pull the chest forward. I'm going to spin that foot flat. Feel this side. Starting to notice my mind. Is my mind already ready to try to run off to the races? Because it thinks it knows something. It's like, ooh, I know where we're going, right? That's not me being present. That's me either trying to be fancy or show off or get it over with. I'm going to bring the left hand in a little closer to this left knee. I'm going to thrust the hips. Find my breath. Maybe bring this hand to the hip. Now in the stability part, I got to work on the anchors. So that right leg is an anchor, that left knee is an anchor, this left hand is an anchor, left arm, even the armpit. Then I got to ask this chest, will it revolve? And it may be like, hey, wait a minute, slow your roll. And then I go back to the feet, right? Whenever I get too ahead of myself, I come back to the root. Checking in, where am I in my root? It's all about that root, because I can't grow from an unrooted space. And then maybe we feel free enough. Remember, we make space. Is there space for this, for opening the arms? Is there space in our minds? Be willing to look at the content of your thoughts, your fears, your emotions in your practice. We get to connect to that. Notice what's dominating. Start to notice what's true and what's a bunch of crap. And then don't judge it, let it go, and just say, we're here for the free space. Maybe reach, woo. And then I'm going to bring this hand to the hip. And we're going to play like I got to grip a little bit in this core to let this leg come off the earth a little bit. Maybe just lift it half an inch and bring it back and go, woohoo, did it. That is so legit. Stand in that left arm, in the upper part of the arm. Don't dump everything into the wrist. Draw it up, 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 up. Because once we root, we got to lift up so that we don't dump, we don't collapse, we don't crush. Breath, lift up. Where's the breath? Where's that smile? All right, we'll bring the right hand down, right knee down. Ever so grateful for the earth. Knees wide, sinking the hips back. I'm going to flip those palms again, dropping the head and the upper body down. Breath in. Breath out. Ha. All right, I'm going to walk my way up. Coming up to hands and knees for a moment. We're going to step this right leg forward. Now I'm going to start sideways and I'll turn frontally. I'm going to wiggle this foot over to the left edge of the mat. Maybe bring it in. Let's do a starting base. Bring it in toward this knee. Now bring that right knee down. And then we're going to sink back. Yep, we're going to pigeon. Now you might want a block under your right butt, a pillow, probably not a human or a pet, unless they're into that kind of thing. Now for me, I'm going to move this heel out a bit. My left kneecap facing the floor. And let the upper body come forward. Now, you might have to keep your hands out in front of you. That might be all of the weight pressure that hip can take. And that's fine. We're here to respect, connect, and feel, not demand. If there's ease in doing it, you could bring the elbows down. Taking our breath with us. And then I'll bring myself up. I'm going to move this block out of the way. And just shift back and see if we can bring this leg back. If you got to help it, help it. And now we'll do the other side. And from that other side, I'm going to do it frontally because I lied the last time. I didn't lie. I forgot. I'm going to step my left foot up. Remember, you can help it up there. I'm going to bring this down. Maybe put a pillow or the block, getting it ready now. We're going to bring that hip or butt down onto that block. Now, this back knee, it could be straight up. If you want to feel that stretch on the front of that hip, go ahead. I'm going to move this block because it's really more in my way than... I'm going to find whatever shape of 7 is for me. For me, this is more of a perpendicular or right angle. For others, it might be more of a 45. Chest lifts. This is my left side. It's a little tighter, but I'm going to take it a little further here. And then gradually Try to lengthen more than just dump down, okay? Lengthen, pulling like taffy, spaciousness. Don't get greedy with the space. Ask yourself, is now a good time for a smile? Is there some hidden superpower in there? Does it transform some of the intensity? Mean it. Mean it for yourself, even if you can just kind of giggle at ourselves. Whoop, I got real serious right there. Good. Now to come out, I'll invite you, if you still have the block, go ahead and move it on out of your way. But we'll bring this left hip down, rock your weight into it, and then we'll bring this leg out in front of us. All right, I'm going to straighten the legs out. I'm realizing I need to check something on my monitor, so there we go. I knew that I wasn't able to see people. Look at all these beautiful people. Hi, Elizabeth and Mighty Joe. I need glasses. All right, we've got our legs out in front of us. Feel free to clear out your own fleshy bits so that you can feel your sit bones rooting down. You can move your thigh flesh, right? Flesh, it's movable. You might need some help, but it's movable. All right, I like to pretend like I've got some suspenders on and bring the thumbs under here, and I do my best Sherman Hemsley. And yeah, you know, he's my brother from another mother. So I'm going to lift my chest, root the legs down, feel my spirit occupying myself, sitting up with intention. I'm going to turn sideways so we can see the spine as erect as possible. Feel the core having to do a bit of work. Push the backs of the legs down. Try not to boss this pose around, so don't have the chin way up in the air. We're going to bring that down so that we're leveling and lengthening the back of the neck as though someone's got a hold of your head, lifting it up. How about just yourself? I wouldn't want anyone coming up and doing this to us. Yeah, that might invoke a whole different response. I know it would in me. I'd be like, back up. A little bit of a twist. Now, when you go for this twist, try to notice if you leaned back. And I mean, that's cool. It looks great. But let's try to stay nice and aligned. Breath in. Exhale, twist, revolve. Feel what's moving in the middle of us, moving. Now, is it moving on its own? Does it want to? Or are we forcing something? Only you can take that journey inside of yourself. And if stuff's moving physically, how's it making you feel emotionally? Did it really need to move? And you're like, oh my God, thank you. Is there a part of you that's like, wait, don't go too fast? And that's legit too. The last thing we need to do is to start to impose and dominate and command ourselves in unhealthy ways on our own, right? The world is doing that shit on its own. And then let's gradually release. How about we find a transition space? So I'm going to bend the knees a little bit. And this is the basic way of going about it. If you want to keep your legs straight, by all means, go right ahead. Your knees could be a little wider too to make space for tummy. And we'll bring ourselves forward. Let that upper body go. Let your head go. Breath in. Breath out. And I'll bring the chest up. Check in on the body parts, how we're feeling. Already I'm feeling like a lot more vibrant, a lot more alive, a lot more stimulated than when we started like 40 minutes ago or so. All right, so back to the Dandasana or staff posture. This is the root of all sitting postures. Pushing the backs of those legs down, core engaged, so belly pulling toward the back of the spine, but not sucking it up. Feel that. Absorb those words and then absorb that in action. Like, oh, what Nuts. Am I sucking it up? I don't know. Oh, crap. I want to keep up. Nope. Let me figure out this suck it up thing. Find your breath. Find your inner smile, if not your outer smile. And then we'll find the other side. Oh, for a twist. Breath in. Lift the chest. Maybe make a little room. Exhale. Twist. Inhale. Sit it on up. Exhale, revolve, revolve, revolve. And then we'll release. Okay. Another forward fold. Now for this one, you could do it again with the knees soft, or we could grab a strap. So I am looking in my little basket of goodies here. And got my strap. The bottom of the feet, holding it as close to my feet as I can, and then maybe slide back a little so I can find that nice upright space, and I don't have to do nearly as much work as I did when I was holding it unsupported, right? So here it's like, oh, with support, I could probably sustain this a lot longer and with more ease. I'm not exerting so much, but squeeze the thighs. It doesn't mean we get to let go and let the strap do all of the work, right? Support doesn't mean someone's doing it all for us. It just means we're accepting a helping hand while other bits of us get to learn and contribute. Do we know how to embody that? Do we know how to feel it in our bodies, practicing it in our bodies, so that maybe it can inform us and help us figure it out off the mat? Breath in, lift the chest, exhale. Now stop when your body says stop. Breathing into your low back, shoulders back and away. Make space. Even when we're folding into ourselves, where's space? Space in our thoughts, space in our heart, and then space in this physical body. Feel just this gradual shifting of movement. Maybe allowing yourself to make a sound. You could turn your neck here. I'm going to let the strap go around my spine. And roll that spine up. I'm going to set the strap aside. Going to do one more space of some core engagement. Get the fire going before we absolutely cool down. Walking the feet in. You're welcome. I heard that groan through the virtual data bits. Boat. So feet are down. Now, I said that this is the root of all sitting postures. So there's going to be an element of that pose in all of your sitting spaces. So I've already changed that here. So that means that this upper body, nope, this ain't it, right? Oh, shoot. Now's the work. It just got real, right? Okay, so I've got my feet down. My chest is up. Your feet can be apart or together. Choose it out. Still working core. Now you can have your hands on the knees. Try to imagine that spine. Imagine your suspenders. Please remember that smile. Good, and let's lift. Maybe find an interlace. You can keep those hands down if already you went up and you were like, oh, hell no. Then don't. Breath. Maybe that interlace. Let's drop the arms over, chest up. Doesn't have to touch anything. And lift. Push the feet down. And drop the arms over. And lift. Breath. Good. Come on, back up. Nice. There we go. Bottoms of the feet together. It's up to you. If you felt like you got shortchanged on your boat, you can do some boat later. I'm feeling that energy from everybody like, yeah, you leave that to whoever wants to do more boat. All right. Try not to jack the heels up a little too close to the groin. Remember the spine. Good. Let's do a little twist. Breath in. And twist. And release. And make your way over for the other side. Breath in. And twist. Loosen your organs. Loosen your tummies. And then we'll come on back. Holding your ankles, your shins, maybe interlace. I like to thread. Press the inner thighs open. Grow tall, even in your mind. Neck rotations while growing tall in the chest. Oh, yeah. Breath. Change direction. Good. And we'll come to center, hinging forward, and accept. Accept everything. Accept all the yummy, juicy bits. Accept the parts that are saying, nope, nope, back it up. And then just sit in the reality of you occupying this physical body. This is your house. Make it comfy for your spirit. Feel the playful bits of you. Feel the loving, sensual bits of you. Feel the strong warrior bits of you. No one space dominating. Rolling our spine up. Feel free to give yourself some touch, like a little pressure point massage. You choose where you want that to be, right? It's your body. All right. So I'm going to invite us to come on down to lying down on our backs. But as we lie down on our backs, let's see if we can do it against a wall. So hopefully you've got a wall that doesn't have a piece of furniture on it, or you've got enough space in there that you can kind of get yourself up in there. I think I'm going to use this wall. So I'm going to move my blocks on out of the way. Look, somebody put a basket right there. That's really cool. You can see that I'm in my playful mood today. I got to splash around in some water with a good friend, Maggie, yesterday. And so my inner kid got to come out and play, and that's always nice. All right, so I've got my hip up against the wall, and I'm going to swing my legs up. Now, if you don't have a free wall, you could use your sofa, and your knees could just be draping over the seat of the sofa, and that's perfectly fine. Now, the struggle is real. Here's a good demo. Okay, so the struggle is real if the butt is far away from the wall. It's like, well, how does it get there? Okay, so it's the scooch. Okay, but the scooch may not be graceful, or it could be. So I'm going to push my heels into the wall, lift my butt, scooch the butt forward. I'm using the elbows too. Scooch, scooch, until I finally get that butt up against the wall. You work out your style. That's what I've been working on that one for like 10 years. Got to patent it, man. Let's let the shoulders rest. Gaze goes up. Feel your breath. Feel rest and activation. Feel the non-working that we got to do to hold this. Now, if you're on the sofa, you could just bring your feet to the edge of the seat of the sofa. Feet apart a few inches. We're at the wall. Let's bend our knees enough until our feet are flat on the wall. Now you could rest your arms down alongside your waist. Do not turn your head. Push your feet into the sofa or the wall and start to lift your hips. Lift your chin a little. Breath, thrust the hips. Feel the feet pressing down. And then let's lower the back down. Feel your back. Each vertebra slowly coming into contact. Receiving a little palpation, a little stimulation. And then inhale it back up. Supported shoulder stand. How much can we lengthen and straighten the spine? Feel it in the shoulder blades and the neck. And then we'll gradually lower the hips down. You feel a pace for you. If this doesn't feel safe or good, don't do it. Just lay here with your legs resting. Let's press and lift. And let's hold and hear your breath. Not a forceful breath, a resting breath. Untighten your shoulders and your neck. And then we'll lower the hips all the way down. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees open. Breathe with intention. Soften your neck, soften your throat. If you can or want to, extend your legs out wide. Let gravity take your body. Letting go of doing and embracing non-doing as a valid part of practice. A valid energy for us to practice. Non-doing. Touch different parts of you with non-doing. Now choose where you'd like your legs to be for our final position of rest. I'm just going to have my legs up the wall. If you'd prefer to lie down on your back or curl up in a ball, go ahead. Literally mean it when it comes to ease and comfort and stillness. Where can you do that? Where can you practice your non-doing mindfully? Invite it and accept it for the gift that it is. Emptiness, stillness. We'll reach the arms long, nice big stretch if you want. Do whatever movements feel like your spirit wants to express. And then I'll invite us to bring our hands to our belly and our chest and just be present with breath. With the breath moving our flesh, moving our organs, moving our energy. And then we'll bring the knees down, rolling to whatever side works for you. Gradually coming upright to a seated space. Find a way of sitting that's comfortable. You could have one leg out in front of you or out behind. Oh, thank you, Kira. Oh, hey, Janelle, I'm noticing that you joined us. Feel this upright positioning of the spine. I don't know how many of you noticed I pulled a nice little pillow out that I'm sitting on. Make yourself comfortable. Your back could be up against the wall. Great way of accepting support. And we'll stay and remain in the space of support, that space of awareness in our stillness. Some wise practitioners would say that now is where the yoga begins. After we've moved the tension and the obstacles and obstructions in our physical body, in our breath, after we've made space, to then be able to sit in this space of clarity of what is real. What is real right now? What is the truth of my existence right now? And notice all of the thoughts that start swimming around, and bring yourself back to this present moment. It is worthy of our attention. It is valid because we have breath in it. Live this moment with all of the principles that you believe in. If we believe in love, live and breathe with love and acceptance in this moment. Let the emptiness show us how to live in the way we want to live in the skin we're in. Let that define representing. Let that define our being. So if you'd like to join for a single Om, feel free. Wide open throat, allowing the belly to relax, the diaphragm to relax. Om, right behind me, is a primordial sound. It is said to be the unstruck sound, a sound that began out of an emptiness, right? If there were no rocks to collide to make the sound in the universe, that's why it is an unstruck sound. It says that it has existed since the beginning of time, and when we come into the Om within us, it's resonating to that primordial, that beginning, that universe, that source. It also gets to vibrate with one another. So if you've got like the physics inside of you and you know that the reverberation of sound is out there, those waves are going and going and going. They have to eventually meet and touch one another no matter how close or how far apart we are. So a single Om if you wish. Deep inhale. Somebody should fire me. Hands to the heart center. Thank yourselves for giving yourselves this time and attention for you to come in, for centering, for grounding, for releasing, for expression, for open space, for smiles. And may whatever it is that you have generated in merit be able to benefit others. And hold all of that close to your heart. Wear that. Represent. All the love and light in me recognizes and salutes that very same love and light in you. And that is Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. If you don't get our newsletter, please go to justbeyoga.com and you can sign up for our newsletter. But in our newsletter, it's posted on our Facebook. You'll see that we're not doing the open studio stuff, but we are entertaining a notion for outside yoga, Hawk Island, Adado, and Turner Dodge were some options that I put out there. Looks like Hawk Island was a winner, but I really want to hear more from other people. I haven't been getting a lot of interaction. I feel like I've just been this one-way street. So give me something back, y'all. And also days, times, let me know. And I'll put something together and we'll get together next week outside, far apart. I'll bring mats. You just bring you. Namaste. Great to see you all.